the reality is, in I would say pretty much every industry sector we work in, that for a given project, piece of work, whatever it may be, that about 80%, 75, 80% is fairly predictable. You've done it before, decent program management, TNT, whatever it may be, it's fairly predictable. But what it also means is that 25% is unknown, unpredictable, is going to catch you out. And that's the bit that bothers clients. And so when you spend your time on a presentation saying, hey, we've got great program management and we've got this and we've got that and blah, 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 blah. They go, yeah, we know that. We can do that. Everyone can do that bit. But what about this bit? What about the fact that there's an incumbent who doesn't want to play ball, who's being kicked out? What about the fact that there are licenses that are out of date, software that's out of date? What about the fact there are conflicts of interest? What about the fact there are people retiring, that there are people who are pissed off? What about the fact that you will miscalculate something or misunderstand something? I'll give you a very simple example. Big Computer went into a major broadcaster, and then they put it in there, and then they discovered then when they plugged it in that there wasn't enough power in that part of London to drive the damn thing. That's the kind of unexpected stuff. What's my point? My point is, I care less about the 80. I know you can do that, but I also know that they can, and they can. That's why they're here. The smart firm, and again, we come back to this notion of being courageous. The smart firm talks about the 20-25%. And the smart firm says, we will put a team in here that can do the 80%, not with their eyes closed, but they can manage that very easily. And what that allows them to do is to, instead of being reactive, they can be proactive and look for that 20-25% coming over the hill and manage it better. Because that 20-25% dictates whether you're on time and on budget and retained by the client, how you handle that, not the 75 or 80. Let's call it 80-20. The 80% changes nothing. The 20% dictates your relationship, your budget, and your timescales. So that's what you need to manage. And therefore, because it's unknown, it's an element of trust. And so the smart play, a lot of bids I've worked on in the last couple of years, we focused on the 20%, and the client has turned around and said, that's really what we wanted to hear, because that's the bit that we're scared of.